Welcome to another edition of Wander 360. I'm Aviana Ganavati. I don't know where Avis Gray went.
I'm right here. What?
I'm sorry. Was I taking over the podcast already?
It kind of sounded like that. Anyway, continue. Jeez.
Yes. So we are in Alaska.
Yes, we are in Alaska. We're in different spots in Alaska, but I think we're experiencing the same kind of weather. One word: rain.
Yeah. I would say it's rain for about, 3 weeks straight, something like that. I think we got a couple sunny days in there.
What's the rainiest city in America?
Is it Ketchikan, Avis?
No, it is not. It's Whittier. They have a saying there. They have a saying in Whittier. It's always shittier in Whittier.
Makes sense. But Ketchikan is always wet.
Yeah. Anyhow, moving right along. Unless you want Darla to come back and do the weather.
Actually, I found a guy that's gonna do the weather. We'll give him a try, I guess.
What, you found somebody in Ketchikan already that is gonna do the weather forecast out there?
Yeah, he's a friend of now a friend, but he wants me to call him the chosen one for some reason. So, but he's got a great voice.
Okay, well, let's get him on the line here. I've been missing a weather report. Somebody to tell us that it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So I figured we'll give this a guy a shot. It's ringing. It's okay. Chosen one, are you ready to do the weather?
Yes, let me tell you about the weather, folks. Today it's going to be rainy in Ketchikan. It's going to be rainy tomorrow. And the 3-day outlook is it's going to be rainy again. You might have a glimmer of sunshine Saturday or something like that, but just expect buckets of rain falling from the sky just all the time. It's the way the West Coast is. That's why they call it a rainforest. So that's your weather report from me, the chosen one. At least that's what Aviana calls me.
No, I never. You told me to call you that. That's what you said.
Well, that doesn't. Yeah, whatever. That doesn't matter. The chosen one from the hills of Ketchikan. You're welcome, Aviana. You said that you would also give me $20 for this.
Yes,
so.
I'll give you $20 for the. God, does anybody do the weather for free anymore?
No, I don't think we do the weather for free. Does anybody do anything for free, Aviana? I hear you complain about having to edit these podcasts all the time.
Yes, I'm going to have to edit this part out.
Well, it's...
Okay, chosen one. Thank you for your weather forecast. We're going to get back to enjoying our rainy, awesome, beautiful Alaska.
Yes, well, you enjoy your rainy... forecast. Let me know if you're not doing anything Tuesday night, okay, Aviana?
Yeah, I'm doing something. Thank you, though. Okay, bye.
That was very enjoyable, actually. Quite, I did like it. Okay, well, peace out, Girl Scouts. Okay, love you. Bye.
The chosen one, he wouldn't tell me his real name, but he said, and I like his voice, he said he was going to do the weather, so that's it. That's the chosen one doing the weather for Ketchikan. In May.
Yeah, that was...
Does she know that I'm still on the line here, or what?
Hey, would you get off the line?
Well, you called me the chosen one. I love you, okay? I'll see you Tuesday, right?
No, you won't see me Tuesday. Avis, cut the phone off.
Yeah, I got
geez.
it.
God, when will people learn to hang up around here?
Aviana, we should just hang up on them. That's... Goodbye, click. All right? Okay, disconnect. You should know this after being an, radio editor or whatever you said you were.
No, I made commercials. Avis, shall we move along to the podcast at hand?
Yeah, I'm ready. What you got there, Avi?
Well, it's more like, what kind of work did I have to do to edit your guys' baloney that...
Oh, come on. It wasn't baloney.
Okay, it wasn't baloney, but, I've done a lot of audio editing And Avis, I have to say, you guys, I don't think you made it 5 minutes in without having to get an edit of some sort.
Yeah, I know. I already heard about this.
But you didn't hear the music I chose to censor you guys out
What,
with.
you used music? You didn't just use a beep or bleep?
No, I chose my favorite, one of my favorite singers, Aileen Stanley. She's from 1921, and she's got a gorgeous voice, and I think you'll like it.
So you mean you censored me out with a song that's over 100 years old?
Yeah, what would you rather me have used Spanish music or something, Avis? That's what you want, right?
As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind if you censored me out with Spanish music. Can I make some requests?
No, you can't. Maybe for the next time you do a podcast and I have to censor you, maybe I'll choose some 100-year-old Spanish music. Does that sound good?
Can you find that?
Avis, I can find anything. Anything, Avis. Okay, so yeah, Aileen Stanley, All by Myself is what I chose. But I only think I had to censor you guys twice, really. And much needed. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yeah, I mean, I know. There's a couple times we went off.
Oh, and our cricket made a boisterous appearance again.
Yeah, you know what? We forgot to grab those from Scott.
Avis, you want to have our cricket sound in every one of the podcasts?
I think it's kind of fun. I don't know.
We'll have to talk about this later, Avis. Anyhoozle, without further delay, Avis, what do you say we get started with this podcast so people can hear you and your buddy talk about whatever fuddy-duddy things that you got to talk about?
They weren't fuddy-duddy things. They were... Okay, maybe they were, but...
Yes, so here is Avis and Scott on Orcas Island, reminiscing about the good times. Everybody enjoy.
This will just be a test. Okay, so my audio is on top.
And my audio is on bottom.
You're on bottom, buddy.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I like that or not.
Well, you better get used to it.
Okay, so that bottom looks pretty small on the graph there. Yeah, I got a small bottom.
You got a
Avis.
small bottom. It's got a small bottom, everybody. This is my ex-boss here.
Listen to you. Okay, so I'm...
And now new friend. You're ex-boss, but new friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what's up, Avis?
Well, I don't know.
New?
Let's see.
What are you going to ask me?
What am I going to ask you?
We've
You know
had
what I was
a
going
lot of stories.
You know what I was gonna start off with is the Costa Rica back rubbing story. I think that is
Costa Rican back rub. Oh boy!
Imagine being 18 in Costa Rica,
Yeah.
and you just get a fly fishing job. What? And you're like, I'm living in the mountains. This is awesome. Didn't ever think this would happen. Anyhow, slept through an earthquake, and I woke up the next morning. The guy that I was staying with said, "What do you think of the earthquake?" And I said, "What? We had an earthquake?" And then he looked at me really funny, like, "You slept through that?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, I did. The next morning, I woke up with him giving me a back rub.
Whoa.
And like, I think he was pushing 70. Let's just say that. And he was also probably about 6'5" and 270 pounds, something like that.
Oh man.
So big man on top of me, giving me a back rub in the morning.
Yeah, and you can't say no. He's too big for you to say no.
I don't want to relive this moment ever.
Oh my God.
And then he noticed I was awake and he said, roll over, I'll rub your chest. I said, what? Like, he leaned down and whispered it in my ear, like real creep style. I'm like, oh God. Anyway, I said what anyone should say in that situation. And I said, I have to go pee. I gotta go to the bathroom. And it worked. And then I hid in the bathroom for a while. Just a long time, man.
I'll bet.
I had to assess my situation. 18 in Costa Rica, no money.
Oh my God.
Getting back rubs from boss.
Oh boy. Well, here I thought you were talking. So you said, well, we're going to talk about the Costa Rican story and the back rub. And what came to mind is like, I didn't know I told him that story. So I thought you were talking about my back rub story.
Wait, you got a back rub story?
Back rub story. Yeah. So I went to,
Oh, God.
in Costa Rica, and my wife and I were And
This was also in Costa Rica?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. And there's some guy on the side of the street. He's got a monkey.
Yeah.
And he wants $1 for us to put the monkey on our arm or shoulder. And I'm like, oh,
For a photo op?
Yeah, photo op. And I did not want to put it on my son's shoulder, so and my wife was like too scared, and I was like, oh God, well, here's $5. Can we not do this? And he puts it on my shoulder. And it jumps on my back, and it grabs around. He's got a hand on each shoulder, and he just starts thumping. And I'm trying to
Just
grab him.
beating you?
The more I tried to grab him, the more so he's.
So the monkey was beating
yeah,
you.
he was giving me a massage. Yeah, he's giving me a massage. Yeah. That's about
You literally
it.
had a monkey on your back.
I could not.
literally.
Yeah, monkey on my back. I could not grab him. I was afraid he was going to bite me. Yeah, that was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was giving me a back massage for $1. Actually $5, but what the hell?
You got a deal.
Yeah.
Nope, not many people get a monkey back rub.
Yeah.
I got a monkey story.
Okay.
All right. So my dad used
That's
to.
not that. You can't say that one on the air. So yeah, I don't want to hear that one. But
I've
heard that one before. That's.
Which my story?
Yeah. That one you told me.
Which?
Whispered.
Oh, the one that I was like, hey, no, don't tell anybody about this monkey story.
Yeah. You were worried that monkeys could maybe have babies. That story.
Where it's like, hey.
Okay.
What in the?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
How much do you pay that monkey?
Oh my God, I could say more, but I won't. So a long time ago, long time ago, my parents owned a pet shop, and my dad was saying goodbye to somebody at the pet shop. At the same time, the monkey that was on his shoulder, his pet monkey, grabbed a hot pot of coffee and yanked it down and spilled the hot coffee all over my dad and the monkey, and it was like 3rd-degree burns all the way down his back. Like jumped in the snow trying to cool it off. The monkey was going crazy too this whole time.
Oh, he's burning.
Yeah, he burnt his hands. So anyway, that's my monkey story. That's the end of my monkey zoo stories, I think.
Jeez.
I don't know. Do we have
I got a lot of animal stories.
You got?
They're like, you don't. No, I ain't telling you.
I long for somebody who will sympathize with me.
Okay, you guys.
Listen to the unedited version tonight before you go to bed.
I don't know.
Okay,
We'll
let's go on to the
definitely-
next subject. What?
Yeah. Okay, Scott, I've got a
I don't know where you're
I got a
going.
question for you. I want to talk about the jet airliner, man. Jet airliner.
My ultralight
Don't carry me
story.
so far away. But isn't there is it an ultralight?
I was flying in ultralight when I. You
With
mean with the clouds, or which story was that?
Where you almost hit the jet airliner.
That was in an ultralight.
Oh my God.
Yes. An ultralight is a kind of like a glider with a motor and wheels. Yes.
I envisioned something like much bigger, like a little passenger plane, like where you could take up a couple people.
No,
This is a one-seater.
Mine was a one-seater. I had 2 friends with me. They were both flying planes next to me. And I actually had a 2-seater once, but there is 2-seaters, especially when you're trying to learn how to fly. They have a 2-seater. So, anyhow, yes, we were going out to a lake called Barrett Lake from Brownfield or Otay Lakes Field in San Diego, right by the border, Tijuana. Anyway, we took off, and we were about 3,000 feet. We had about 20, 30 miles to fly to this lake, which is really cool because there's only one place to land, and it's on the opposite end of where the dam keeper is. No one's allowed on the lake. Well, we always bring fishing poles, and And I swear to God, these fish bite off of whatever you have because they've never been fished and you're not allowed to fish there. So,
They're extremely dumb. Extremely.
Crappie.
That's Alaskan
and
fish.
Bass. And so here, I'm going to show them this lake, and we land on this one spot on the other side of the lake, and we can see the dam keeper's house on the other side of the lake. And then as soon as he sees us, he has got a ways to go down to the lake to get
You
in
guys
his
take off
boat.
quick?
And no, we got plenty of time. So, we'll be fishing. We'll watch him walking down.
Fire up
and
the
then
planes.
He gets onto his boat, and we know he's got about 10 more minutes. And so we pull in our gear and we throw our fish in and we got we always bring a trash bag and a backpack and throw them in there and take off.
That's awesome.
Nothing you can do. Anyhow, I'm bringing. So we're heading out there. We're gonna show this fishing buddy.
Do you guys like laugh, like kind of do like a crazy laugh when you're in the plane flying away, like flipping them off? Like,
no, you know what?
You didn't get
we're
us this
actually
time.
being pretty polite. We're kind of hoping he'd just like give up on it because the fishing was so good, and we're gonna be cool about it. I've been caught on the other side of the lake with I had backpacked it up there before. So, long story.
So you'd already
Another
kicked
story.
you off once before.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're
can't
heading
stop
out
me.
that way. We're about 10 miles from takeoff and 3,000 feet, and we saw all these puffy clouds. Both my buddies are flying next to me on the left side. I'm on the south side towards Tijuana. And they have headsets in their helmets, and they're talking to each other. Anyhow, they're pointing at the clouds. So we go up, and we get into them, and we're kind of veering around them. It's kind of fun, and then we're in a line. And through a cloud comes the nose of a jetliner. And it was so close to me that I saw the pilot and the co-pilot both staring at me. They had white shirts, black ties, and a black hat.
Like you could tell what clothes they're wearing.
I swear to God, and no joke. And Jay, if you're hearing this, you can verify it. But yeah, it was so it was so close. Actually, he can't, but
those people in the plane probably can still.
So but the funny thing was, so I was so close to it, say about 100 feet from the wing, and I'm going up, they're coming down out of the cloud, and they looked at me, and they're both looking to the side as they passed me up. They just kind of stared at me. Didn't veer. Nobody veered. All I could do is I knew the jet wash was going to hit me, so I dove straight down.
So you're going head on with them.
We're side by side. I wasn't going head on to him. I was,
I thought you were going head on.
No.
But when you came up, you were like right.
So I was so close to their wing. And neither of us veered. So I instantly tried to go left, fly left rudder, and I looked over, and my buddies they didn't see this. They're talking, they're looking to the left, something they're looking at over there. I'm like, oh shit. So I dove straight down.
It's a cloud shark.
So I'm diving down. And this is like head first. I'm expecting, nose first, expecting to hit the jet wash and their jet wash. And
didn't it shake it loose or something like that?
So it was so bad. And all I could do is keep the nose down.
Yeah.
And the wings were, so I got cable. You got cables holding the struts and the wings.
Right.
And it was just, they were the wings were collapsing to the point where the cables were bowing, and then
my God.
bam, and it's bam, 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 flexing so much, and I was getting thrown left and right and up and down, and I had zero control. All I could do is keep the nose down and try to hope I come out of this.
Oh my God!
So I
so it's like your
this went on.
Your wings were kind of flapping.
Oh, they were. I thought they were gonna break because the cables. It was just bam, bam. The whole structure of this plane was just devastated, and I finally came out of it, pulled the nose up because I was in a dive, and I was surprised I was still, flying. I'm looking for my friends. I can't see them anywhere. I had gone down about 1,000 feet or so. They're nowhere to be seen. So I keep flying out to this lake, and I see that my cables are all loose and hanging.
Oh,
and
my God.
My flying is a little bit sloppy. I'm like, oh crap. Well, I'm halfway there anyway, so I kept going. And sure enough, they're down there, and I see them, and I come down, and it took me about two tries to land. I was shaking so bad, and I had to circle around. I came back because it's a real short runway. You got to come over these trees and then land real sharply and stop. And I just couldn't do it. I was so shook up. So here second time. And when I saw them and I was coming down, they were going to their planes already. So they had been there a little bit. And now they're like, oh, crap, what happened to him? And so I get down. They see me coming down. I finally land. And I get out. My wings are just kind of hanging low. No support, no support, and
so they're just,
oh yeah, it's all the cables were stretched, and anyhow, I come out and I'm walking towards him, and I'm like, Jay, what the hell? Did you not see this? And he goes, what are you talking about? We thought you died or something. We thought maybe you went back. What happened? And I went, oh my God! I said, I just missed airliner, a huge jet plane. And I can't believe you did not see them. And I tried to go left, but you guys weren't looking that way, and and I had to go straight down. So I hit the jet wash because it was going down. And anyway, and he's looking at me, and he goes, his buddy goes, yeah, right, whatever. And Jay goes, no, I think I believe him. He's got a pretty big wet spot there in his crotch. I didn't even realize. I just, yeah.
You forgot you pissed your pants.
Oh yeah, I pissed my pants.
As would anyone.
And so I'm like, oh wow, I did, didn't I? I didn't think that was a real thing. So anyway, we get out and we're looking at the plane, and he's like, whoa, okay, that takes a lot of force to stretch all these.
Yeah.
And I was maxed out, but yeah, that was my story. So
God, now the cricket.
you gotta kill that thing. That's a story we should tell.
Talk about crickets?
No, that joke that he played on me, Travis.
This is Travis. Yeah.
I'm always pranking everybody, and I've got great ones. I just kind of wing it, but I've been doing this all my life. And so he's going to get me back, I'm sure I did a few that made him think I've got to come up with something good. Well, he got this cricket that periodically it'll chirp. And it's random all the time.
It's a battery-powered cricket.
And you were with me, so you know this one. This was great.
Heard it all the time.
And
he never find the cricket.
He hid this thing in a box in between my desk and his, and it was going off. Oh man, it was random. I'm like, oh, I believed it. It's a real cricket sound, real sounding.
There's just enough distance between each little cricket sound where you can't really track it down unless you sit there and wait
hard.
like a watchdog.
And sometimes it won't go off for 10 minutes or
so. So you could be sitting there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but then it went for a week, and the battery's dying in this little cricket thing, and it's starting to chirp like, and I'm like, oh my God, this poor thing is dying. It's hungry, and and you were saying it's chirping for a mate. And that's what he's chirping for.
I'm translating it to it wants to reproduce.
There's only one in the room, so he's you're probably thinking, well, it's just bummed. So
I recognize that kind of chirp.
A depressing chirp. And I'm thinking this chirp is like, no, he's starving and he needs food.
He's either hungry or horny. We don't know.
I'm like, I gotta find this damn thing. And so here I had my keys, my wadded keys for work, and I go, maybe I can attract it.
You were shaking keys?
I'm shaking my keys. Well, the damn thing went off right after I shook the keys. Oh. And it's random.
And so now you're thinking that you attracted it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. So here, Travis got to witness this. This is his
beautiful
prank. He was loving this. I'm shaking my keys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I got to find him. So I want him to chirp so I can locate him.
So Travis is getting to watch you do this?
Oh, he saw that part.
Yes.
Yeah. now
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's in there, and I'm like, no, this poor thing's dying, man. It's like chirp, chirp, chirp. I'm like, no, the battery is going dead. I didn't know that.
Oh, man.
So I start digging through a box. And I'm
awesome.
like, oh, damn it, and he gave it up. He goes,
Oh, he told you?
Yeah, he told me. I'm like, oh my god,
you
that
coulda
would have
kept it
let
going.
me go a lot longer. Yeah.
Oh, man, I would
he had
have
me
waited till the last chirp.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Had me going. I love pranks, but
And-
anyhow.
So that is how the chirp sound has now made it into the Wander 360 podcast. Right there.
It has a full battery.
It's all this man's fault.
That's right.
Well, no, it's Travis's fault.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and also your fault because you did the cricket thing on me here. That's where
That's right. I hit it. You didn't
So
know
it's-
where it was coming from.
it's a good thing. Pass on the cricket, man.
Yeah.
Want to sabotage your friends in an easy way? Just pass on the cricket.
That's right.
There you go. It's harmless
Yeah.
and it drives them crazy.
Yeah.
Just like all the pictures
not
that
like-
I'm going to tilt in
Not like
Scott's house before I leave.
There you go. Well, at least it's not like my.
Just kidding.
Here I'm packing up all my stuff today, and I find that skull, the human
What?
skull, and I actually found your application too.
What? You kept it?
Yeah,
I gotta track you
well,
down
I had
later.
a whole bunch of stuff written on the back.
It's
of
got
that,
important
so.
info on there.
So here I'm tossing papers and I'm pulling boxes out, and I find the skull that I had got at a garage sale that pulled it. I figured, well, we got a lot of excavating going on in this 45 acres. You know,
right.
there's gonna be a time I'm gonna utilize this.
But
I
but it's funny you found a skull at a garage sale here.
Yeah,
That like what?
yeah. I found a lot of weird.
How much did you
things
pay
here.
for this skull?
A lot of weird things. Oh, I have no idea. I don't even remember. Yeah, I've
Really?
had it for so long. It was just taking up space for like. Okay, I'm gonna use it anyhow. Back to what I decided. Okay, so I've got some excavators.
sorry.
They're
Go
out
ahead.
there digging a trench. We're running some gas line to a new buried propane tank, and
We're digging a lot of dirt
I'm
up.
gonna stick this skull down there in the ditch so that they dig it up. And,
Which this is an enchanted island too, so
yeah, very
gotta
much.
remember
I
that.
mean, Indians were here. There's we're
Lots of
always finding
funky
all
stuff.
kinds of arrowheads and bones and so on. So
if you come here you might not make it out.
so my skull was planted in a ditch, and I wasn't there to see the reactions of these three guys, but it was pretty good. But excavator goes, oh, he knows Scott. Yeah, it's freaking Scott. No,
What? They
no.
blew your cover right away?
Tim, yeah,
Oh.
the boss. He's like, he knows my pranks, so he's calming his ditch diggers down. My next one was great. I got this big here. He's this macho excavator guy. He's about 250 pounds, and yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna dig that hole right there. So he's got a mound about 15 feet high of dirt. We're putting a culvert in, and he's just a serious guy, and so is his employees. And this was a different contractor, and I'm like, man, I got to figure out how to do this proper. So I put it in the top of his pile of dirt, about 12 feet up, and I buried it enough that at some point it's gonna maybe hopefully roll out. And I forgot about it. I'm like, that's
You
not,
set this up.
that's not gonna work out. Yeah, it was right next to your apartment there.
Oh, really? This was
Yeah,
right next to the
that-
2400
yeah.
apartment. Oh,
And so here,
sounds
the guys
about right.
come back, and so my employees come back and they go, oh man, they found your skull. And I go, oh man, I missed it. What happened? Well, guy on the excavator, he's like, so he put a big old bucket full of dirt and he dumped it on the top of the pile, and this skull came falling out of the pile here,
Rolling
and
down
it
it?
rolled down 12 feet. And it rolled into the ditch, and it rolled right past his two employees in there digging.
Like Indiana
And
Jones style.
Everybody, yeah. He dropped that bucket down, and he jumps out of the excavator. He's like, "Oh my God!" And,
What have you done?
It's nothing worse than
What have you
pulling a prank on someone and not getting to see it or having it filmed. So all three of them freaked out for a long time. That was
was
pretty good.
awesome.
And the guy came up to me. That was good. No one's ever got me. That was good.
Oh, really?
You had my
So you thought it was
heartbeat.
funny?
Oh my God, yeah. He said, well, afterwards, yeah. But he said you freaked me out. My heart was
man.
pounding hard, and I thought we found a body. And anyhow, yeah.
You know, I think there's only one way I can sum up that whole entire podcast.
Yeah? How's that, Avi?
Backrubs, near mid-air collision, and skulls.
What about crickets? You got...
Abus, if I find that... Anyhoozle, here is the preview for the next Wander 360. It's probably one of our shortest interviews ever. And that's our special guest, Mattia Wolf.
Yeah, but we're planning on having him on again, right, Avi?
Yes, yes. Fortunately,
I'm sure he heard you say that.
I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, well, here is the preview to our next Wander 360. You know, get your ship together and call back. You gotta know when it's time to dump a guest, you know?
Well, Avi, he is also the guy that runs our Facebook page, so...
Yeah, and I don't know where he is right now, searching in whatever kind of trash can to find food, but, I don't know, do you want to have him back on the show, Avis?
Yes, I do. But it's only because I want to know what the hell his book is about. How did his life start paralleling his story?
That is a fun word to say, isn't it, Avis? You nailed it.